How can you fight insecurity? That's what we're talking about today on Workout Wednesday. How do we fight insecurity? And let's be honest, this is something we all deal with. It's something everyone deals with. We are insecure sometimes. Now, what is insecurity? It's this feeling where you feel uncomfortable, especially when other people maybe are looking at you, paying attention to you, and you're afraid they might notice that you're not as valuable or as high position as them, or maybe there's something about your body, there's something about your personality, there's something about your appearance that you feel will be judged by other people. Not even just your appearance or your actions, maybe it's something about the house you live in, or something about your status, or something about your family. There's tons of things that we can be insecure about. Now, why are we insecure? Well, oftentimes as humans, we're looking for validity from someone else, or we're looking for approval from other people. And here's the sad thing. For many people, they find their happiness, their joy above everything else in getting approval from others. And I can tell you right now, if that is one of the main ways, or the main way in which you find pleasure and joy in your life, you are going to be the most insecure person from here on out. And it is not going to be a pleasant experience. If you want to shed insecurity, one thing that you have to do is put away this idea that you need approval from others. And here's a bonus. When we do get approval from people, it's not going to be enough. We need more, we need more, we need more, and we'll never be satisfied. That is where insecurity really eats us up. Now, what verse can we go to in the Bible about this? It's talking about our sufficiency. You might feel insufficient because people don't approve of this or that about you. This is what the Bible says about sufficiency. I'm going to read it to you. It's a great verse. It's right here in the book of 2 Corinthians chapter 3, verse 5. It says, not that we are sufficient of ourselves to think anything as of ourselves, but our sufficiency is of God. Now, if we can hold on to a verse like that, insecurity will go away. Why? Because it's saying here, don't worry about being sufficient in and of yourself. Your sufficiency is of God. That means you can say to other people, you know what? I might not have worth in this world. I might not have approval of certain people in high position or whatever. I might not have approval from the culture of this world. I might not have approval from certain peers in my life. But my sufficiency is of God. I believe in what God says about me, and as long as I am walking in His Spirit, I have a good relationship with Him, I don't have to worry as much about the approval of the people around me. My sufficiency is of God. Now, if you're doing things that are not approved of God, you should be worried about that. We should be seeking the approval of God above everything else. And if you are doing that, then you can worry less and less about the approval of the culture around you, the peers around you, your appearance, your style, stuff like that just is not important. And the more you focus on God and what He thinks, the less you'll worry about those minuscule things. Now, let's keep going about insecurity. What is another way to solve this problem in our lives? A really good way to solve this, and pay attention, is to not be so self-centered. Yes, you heard me. Insecurity is largely just a symptom of being selfish and self-centered. Yep, you got me. It's true. Well, you might say, oh, but I'm not one of those people who is, bragging about myself, super prideful, saying, oh, look at me, I'm this, I'm that. You might not be that outwardly, but in truth, an insecure person is focusing way too much on themselves. So what can we do to solve this problem? Think about others. Put your focus on others and on God. Okay, I'll tell you this, just as an anecdote. When I got married and had kids, I started to focus way less on myself. And then when I became the pastor of a church, I focused way less on myself because I was worried about my kids and what they needed, what my wife, what she needed, and the people in our church, what they need. And I'm focusing on all these people. I could care less about myself. I could care less what people thought of me. I'd be going out doing stuff. My hair's all messed, my clothes, I have the least style out of anyone you've ever met, obviously. And I didn't care. Why? Insecurity wiped away. Why? Because I'm focused on other people. And if you find yourself being super insecure, allow me to give you this blunt advice. Stop worrying about yourself. Put your focus on others. When we talk about insecurity, many times we bring up the idea of self-esteem. How can I bring up my self-esteem? Well, what does the Bible say about self-esteem? The Bible doesn't say anything about self-esteem, but this is what the Bible says. It says, let every man esteem others better than themselves, right? I'm paraphrasing a little bit, but that's what the Bible says. Instead of worrying about yourself and trying to increase your own self-esteem, esteem others. Esteem others. And I promise you, that is the way to put away the selfish symptom of insecurity.